These kids from 𝗦𝗬𝗢 in rural Victoria are learning some important skills. They're training to be firefighters as part of the Country Fire Authority's Junior Fire Brigade.
It's like a good way to learn about the fire brigade and what it's like to be a firefighter without actually going into the action yet.
Rural Aussie towns like 𝗦𝗬𝗢 rely on volunteers to help their fire services. But recently, they've been struggling to find enough people. And this year, it's looking like they'll need as much help as possible. See, according to the Bureau of Meteorology, we've had an unseasonably warm and dry winter, with the rainfall average down by about 8% and the average temperature up by about 1.5 degrees. Experts reckon these odd conditions will carry through spring and eventually summer. In fact, they've already announced that Aussies should be preparing for a summer of heat waves and the most significant bushfire season since the Black Summer fires of 2019 and 2020.
It doesn't need to be a black summer to be dangerous, and it just makes common sense for people to be prepared. We don't need any reminders given what's happened in the Northern Hemisphere, whether it be Greece, whether it be Canada, and of course the tragic conditions in Hawaii recently.
Since 2020, we've had 3 pretty wet years, which has created a lot of fuel in the form of things like grass.
There's more than a metre tall grass, and we've had frost and dryness to start to kill off that grass, so it's all ready to burn.
These warnings are all coming without an El Nino weather event formally being declared in Australia. An El Nino event happens when ocean temperatures near South America are unusually warm and waters in this part of the world are colder than usual. That means more rain over there and hotter and drier conditions over here, leading to increased risk of things like droughts and bushfires. Authorities from the United States and the United Nations have already declared El Nino. But Australia's Bureau of Meteorology says while it looks likely, they're not ready to make the call just yet. Even without El Nino declaration, things aren't looking great for millions of Aussies across the country living in rural areas. The Australasian Fire Authorities Council say the areas most at risk of fires include Central Australia, Queensland, parts of New South Wales, Victoria and South Australia. And authorities are urging people to clean up hazardous debris around their homes, while also getting their bushfire plans ready early. Fire services like the CFA are calling for more volunteers and say they're supporting more fire brigades to start their own junior programs, like this one in 𝗦𝗬𝗢. Although they won't be on the front line fighting fires this season, these kids say they're keen to keep learning the ropes, so they're ready to help protect their community.
I think it's important to be part of the fire brigade as like on a community level because we make lots of friends and it's fun to just talk to people. And it's a good thing to do, I guess, yeah.
It's a good thing for the community, and I live in the bush, so if there's like fires, I want to feel like I'm helping to put them out and all that.
We're hoping that those kids will become our next level of leaders and take over custodianship at Brigade for the future.